everyone, and welcome back to our Golden 20s podcast. The band is back together this week in real life. Tegan and I are recording at Tegan's new house, and we haven't recorded together in person for a long time. I want to say since last December.
Yeah.
Usually we, not to tell you guys all our inside secrets, but we record together in person when we need to batch record a bunch of things when we're going to be very busy. So it's always the December episodes where we try to get ahead. But in any case, yeah, we're in person.
Yeah.
So
that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, but I low-key love it.
Yeah.
But that is also why we're not on camera today, because we are, or have video, audio only, just because it's a little bit easier when we're in person, I guess.
Yeah, not to have a full camera setup. We record basically a Zoom call when we're doing it virtually, but then the difference to do it in person would be to have actual cameras set up, and I also would just take it too far, and then we'd have actual lighting set up, and it would be a whole thing.
Yeah, and we're not there yet.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever get there.
Yeah.
It would be the dream to have a podcast studio space.
Yeah.
I see so many New York podcasts that have that. I'm sure there's spaces downtown Toronto to rent and stuff, but no, we're not there yet.
No.
But in any case, welcome back. My name's Sadie. That's Tegan, in case this is your first episode you're listening to. And today we are going to be kicking off a series of annual December episodes with our holiday gift guide. So this is, I think, every season we've done a holiday gift guide. Yeah. We always do a wrapped episode of the year. We always do a yearly reflection, annual planning episode. So you have all of that to look forward to in the coming weeks. But we're kicking it all off today with our holiday gift guide. But we're still going to do a connection card, which will be fun to do in person together too.
Okay, we are in the blue category still. Oh my God. The question is, do you feel loved?
I'm letting you go first.
Yeah. I feel yes. Yeah, I feel I do.
Great. You're no.
Easy.
Nothing more. Me, 1000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel very grateful. I feel we always talk about similar things in different contexts answering these questions, but I just feel I've really curated my group of friends around me to be only people who I love and I know love me back kind of thing. Same with family. So, I'm very fortunate on the family side. So yeah. Very loved.
Love
Lots
it.
of self-love.
Oh, that's
my
good.
pet is obsessed with me. My cat. I'm always girl, am I more obsessed with you or are you more obsessed with me? Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It would be a bummer if one of us said no.
Yeah.
We'd be okay, we're not going to talk about gift guides. We need to unpack that and fix that. So
100%.
That's good. Great. Well, we can dive into the holiday gift guides. And may I just say, I've seen a lot of influencers put together gift guides and they are so extravagant. I was this is insane. Some of the girls I follow, one of them was putting designer bags on it. And I was okay, that is Banana Town. So that is not the kind of gift guide we've put together. I feel it's very realistic. Yeah. Hopefully. So that's the vibe.
Yeah. I feel we have a good mix of things for no matter your budget.
Yeah.
No matter if it's a best friend who you know super well, if it's a Secret Santa white elephant situation, there's a range of things. We do have a few categories. We're going to kick things off with stocking stuffers, which are definitely way more budget friendly. Then we have some hostess gifts, cozy gifts, practical gifts, and personalized gifts. Because I also feel I look at gift guides online and some of it's just okay, well, how many mugs can you have?
Yeah.
How many, it just kind of all turns into clutter.
Yeah.
Where I feel we're trying to take a very intentional approach to our gift guide. So not saying ours is superior, but it kind of is.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we can get into stocking stuffers first. And I do feel this category also would be good for white elephant, Secret Santa, depending on the budget. And the first thing I wanted to mention was something I actually got in a beauty advent calendar last year. And I've been obsessed ever since. And it's the L'Occitane hand cream or their shower oil. Really, anything from L'Occitane's amazing.
Yeah.
But I specifically love their like almond shower oil and hand cream because one, it like actually works at being hydrating. It's got like a nice clean smell that's not like super like fake fragrancy. And yeah, it's just so nice in the winter.
I feel they also have beautiful packaging.
Yes.
Especially around the holidays where this is, it's like that little luxury like we were talking about last week, you know? So yeah, I love
They
that.
also, for the shower oil, do sell like reusable or refillable versions of it. So they're a little more expensive, but that's why I feel like it could be a nice gift to be like, I'll buy you the one in the like nice bottle. And then the person just has to buy the refills as they use it. So
the gift that keeps giving.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah.
I feel like we had a few other things in this category that are also self-care, beauty related. I love a good face mask, eye mask. I'm also big into foot masks, any type of mask. Really.
Yeah.
There's even hand masks, like there's everything. But I feel like you can't go wrong with this. I feel like everyone needs a little bit of self-care, especially through the holidays. Nice hydrating masks when it's so cold and dry outside. So wanted to put that on the list. You can get like little sets. My favorite brand is Patchology, and they actually have little sets that have face, eye, hand, foot masks all in one. So that could be a great gift. Or if you're looking for something like really budget friendly, just grabbing like one or two of them individually is also good.
Yeah, I love that. Also, another sort of beauty related thing would be hair accessories. So things like claw clips. And these can be in many different budget ranges. I see some that are like crazy expensive, but some that are cheap. Headbands, makeup, like hair clips or the bandana things, scrunchies, all those sorts of things.
Yeah, you can get designer hair clips.
Damn.
Not how you're saying like designer bags.
Yeah.
Get a designer hair clip for your friend if they would like that. But, I think outside of the whole beauty space, the last stuffer that came to mind for me is different types of card games. And we're going to get into like cozy gifts in a second, but I'm really into my like cozy hobby era, as I've been talking about in every chance I can on this podcast over the past few like weeks and months. But I feel like board games can be really expensive. Video games can be really expensive. However, there's some good card games that aren't so expensive that you could throw into a gift as an add-on, or again, make really good Secret Santa White Elephant gifts. So these are things like Coop, Monopoly Deal, Dutch Blitz, even like a pack of connection cards like the ones we answer at the beginning of every episode. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's a fun gift. And again, a gift that keeps on giving where, I don't know.
I love that. And I also like that is like not necessarily a gendered gift. Like my husband is low-key addicted to the connection cards.
Yeah.
Where every time we record, he's always like, what was the question? I want to answer it. So
I love that.
Yeah. Even boys like them.
Yeah. I also think these types of card games could make good hostess gifts. And that's the next category we're going to talk about. So I don't think I wrote this down, but just while we were talking, I was thinking how like a game or just a party game or a card game could be a good hostess gift, where it could be something again like Monopoly Deal, could be connection cards, or it could be things like, I don't know, what do you meme, and like, you know, that brand of games. I feel there's so many different ones now, but that could also be a good hostess gift idea as well.
Yes, definitely. And I think like the next category is hostess gifts, like you were saying. I should mention, just in case like anyone's not told you before, that if you're going to someone's house, it is like the proper etiquette to bring something.
Yeah.
So that's why we bring this up, because at this time of year, there's like so many parties. You're usually invited to people's homes. And so usually for me, I'll ask like, is there anything you want me to bring? And it gives them the opportunity, especially if they're like hosting dinner or something, to be like, yeah, do you want to make a side? Do you want to make a dessert? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
But even if they say no, it's still, I think, the proper etiquette to bring something. And it doesn't need to be like crazy extravagant, but it's just something nice because it costs money to host.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Little way to give back.
Exactly. I think like the most obvious thing, and every time I host, this is usually what I get gifted the most, is like a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Or like non-alcoholic spirits, or like something to make a cocktail, things like that. Because then it's easy if you're at the party and everyone's drinking to run out of booze, but it's like nice that people are bringing it. And then it's also like for you, if you're attending, like you can drink the wine if the host opens it too. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel through the holidays, I always keep my wine rack stocked. So I have wine for myself at home, but then it's like, oh, need a last minute hostess gift. Like I just grab a bottle of wine and take it. So I love that. I think also if you want to splurge a little bit more, like if your friend's throwing like a full on dinner party and really putting in the work here, I would love to treat them to like a cookbook or a cocktail recipe book. I also think this is a great gift, even if you're not going to someone's house, but your friend loves to host. I think this is a great gift. If they maybe don't follow like a cookbook recipe, but they have a lot of their own recipes, you could also just do like a blank recipe book, you know? So like somewhere for them to jot down their recipes, put recipe cards, that sort of thing. But this is another go-to for me.
Yeah. Definitely. I think somewhat related is tea towels. I did not realize until I was an adult how expensive tea towels are. It always shakes me to my core when I am shopping. And so this is something that maybe like if you're younger, if you're still living at home, you'd be like, tea towels, that's so lame. But then trust me, when you're an adult and you're buying your own tea towels, if you get gifted them, you're like, damn, this is so nice. Thank you. So that's a good one. I've also seen like on Pinterest, there's lots of pins about like wrapping a bottle of wine in a tea towel.
Yeah.
That vibe.
Yeah, I love that. And I feel like if you're like, okay, girls, tea towels, like actually my sister texted me last night, was like, she moved to the States, and I know a lot of our listeners are in the States. So you're going to be like, what the hell is this girl's problem? But my sister went to Walmart and bought the cutest tea towels for 97 cents each. And I'll show you a picture of them, Tegan. Like, they're so wintry and Christmassy and, like, so cute. And I was like, this is America, like, cheap stuff. When we're talking about tea towels, I was imagining, like, go to Anthro, get, like, the, like, $26 tea towel. Like, that's the kind of thing you won't probably buy for yourself. So it's, like, it can be cheap and, like, nice and affordable, like the Walmart version. Yeah. Or, you know, if... I feel like Anthro is a great example where they have like very unique and cute like tea towels, oven mitts, aprons, like that kind of thing. All of that's good for a host. But in any case, outside of those textiles, I think another good hostess gift is like a hand soap, hand lotion set. And I know that maybe is weird, but you can also get these like a range of different price ranges. And again, I feel this is like an easy gift set you find at like Winners or you know, this time of year. These things are often just bundled together in like a cute little gift set.
Yeah, and like you said, such a big range. Like if you I'm thinking like we live in Toronto, we have a lot of friends who live in really small like condos. You don't have a lot of space for clutter, but it's like if you want to get them something nice, you could like ball out and get a like Le Labo hand soap for $50, and you know, it's still like luxury and nice, but not just adding clutter to their space.
And fun fact, this can also be the gift that keeps giving, because I see on TikTok all the time people just keep the designer. Keep like, maybe not designer, I don't know if you want to consider Le Labo, or I'm thinking like Aesop. Like keep the bottle and just like put your cheap put your cheap hand soap in it.
I saw someone on TikTok who worked at one of them, I can't remember, I think it was Aesop maybe, and they were like, 90% of the people who come to our store are like, I used this hand soap at my friend's house, it smelled so good, and they're like, yeah, that's not ours, they just refilled it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I think something we actually talked about in last week's episode is something that I consider worth the splurge is a luxury candle. And I love this for, you know, people who are hosting or people who just moved, because like finding a signature scent for your home is a whole thing. And this can be like whatever price range you think is appropriate. You can get candles for like $200 or for $20. So all over the board. And at this time of year, there's lots of like cute ones packaging wise as well, which is nice.
Yeah. Last Christmas, one of my best friends got me a Nest candle that was apricot and white tea. And I was like, this is going to become my signature house scent. Like it comes in reed diffusers. I'm like, you found my scent for me. Like that's great. But I would have never spent $68 on a candle to find it myself. But now that I know I love it, I'm like, yes, I will buy it again. But in any case, I think something else that is a go-to for me is also bringing baked goods of some sort. So again, it's really nice if like your friend's hosting a party or a dinner or something like that to contribute to that spread. But even if it's just, I don't know, any type of gift, like it could be a white elephant situation again, just giving a tin of baked goods. I love holiday baking. It's a fun activity and like kind of a tradition kind of thing. And then it's a good gift to give as well.
I think the last couple of things that came to mind for me, one is like a serving board, and this is something like my parents used to always have a Christmas party, and people would bring like Christmas themed like dishes or serving boards or plates or whatever. And it was so nice because then the next year when they have the party, they would have like more festive stuff. And it's the kind of thing that like you're not going to go out and buy 10 Christmas serving plates, but to like build it up over your life to have like a whole selection for hosting is really nice. And even just like for putting out cheese boards or anything like that, I think is good. I also think another easy gift for someone hosting would be flowers, or at this time of year, like a plant, like a poinsettia or something like that can be really nice. Although be warned, poinsettias are poisonous to cats. Although I have multiple poinsettias, my cats eat them like 10 times a day and are totally fine, but I think they're the exception to the rule. So keep that in mind when shopping for people who have pets. And the last thing I wanted to mention is a really nice like oil or salt. And this is, I think, if they are like really into cooking. All like nice olive oil is so expensive.
Even bad olive oil is expensive.
Well, especially here in Canada, we are suffering. But so I think that can be really nice, like to get them one of those like Malden salts or like a fancy olive oil that like looks nice on the counter can be really nice. And then again, not contributing to clutter. It's something they'll actually use. Yeah.
You're just making me think there's also like gift sets of like hot sauces and like cocktail mixers, not the alcohol part. So it might be a little more like budget friendly, I guess. So I feel like there's so many gift sets like that come out. And I love that. Awesome. Well, let's go into the second category, which I'm the most excited about because this is hitting home for me right now. And that is cozy gifts. So I've gone on rants about how cozy hobbies are the new side hustle, I think were my exact words a few episodes ago. And I feel like, again, just through the winter, people are looking for cozy things to do indoors and to kind of like cure their winter blues that often hit exceptionally hard after Christmas. So this could be a good way to get ahead of that.
Yes, definitely. I think number one would be books. This is like prime reading time. And even if the person you're buying for isn't necessarily a big reader, I think there's also like the coffee table book category of things. But something like my husband usually does is he'll look at my Goodreads TBR list and buy one of the books from that. Or, you know, if they read a particular genre of books, you can just go to any bookstore and ask like, what's the biggest book in this genre? And they will be able to help you.
Yeah, I love that so much. I think another category within cozy gifts is just like artsy stuff. And again, it could be, they like to paint or like do anything. Crochet, I was going to say, or maybe they haven't done it before, but they want to try. Like, I think you can get a whole bunch of different things within these categories, but things that came to mind for me is coloring books with pencils and or markers. I know this sounds kind of funny. Adult coloring books were like a huge thing a few years ago. I just reunited with mine and I was like, why did I stopped this for like literal years. I love it. It's so fun to do, like when a movie's playing in the background or something like that. If coloring doesn't seem like the vibe, you could also look for crochet or embroidery kits, even a paint by number. Like I think there's a lot of things that you can give that are artsy, but you don't necessarily need to be artistic to enjoy them.
Yeah.
And again, lots of like kits you can find this time of year, even on like Amazon, to be honest. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I was gifted calligraphy book with pens one year for Christmas, and that's like how I learned calligraphy. So it's like stuck with me, and then it's like I did all my calligraphy for my wedding and stuff, and it's like and that was just like a random Christmas gift from my husband's grandma.
Love it.
Yeah.
I feel like, and now you're known
for my calligraphy.
For your calligraphy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think also in the sort of like book category, a guided journal can be a really nice gift, especially if they are like a wellness girly or something like that. I've been gifted guided journals before and I love them. There's like the classic 5-minute journal. You gifted me like a gratitude journal. I did also want to mention I just finished the Intelligent Change Life Designer journal.
Oh yeah,
and
you were telling us about that.
It hit the spot. I was like, damn, like it was rewriting my brain chemistry. And like this is not sponsored, but we do have like a code that we'll put in the description. But it was so good. Like
maybe I need that.
Yeah, I feel like you might. I was like, I get journaling now. Like this is, and I've been a journaler for probably like 2 years at this point. Like I have a 5-minute journal and I was like, okay, yeah. Like I do it. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay. But then this, like, yeah, I could probably do like a whole TikTok going into the details. But the idea is it like breaks down your life in pillars. So it's like looking through the past,
I love that already,
the present, and then the future. And it did take me a while. Like I spent a couple months going through it because especially in the past stuff, I was like, I don't want to write about this. And then, but so I wanted to mention that, but there are a ton of guided journals, like all of the bookstores, at least in Canada, carry so many. And there are ones like for people who want to start a business, people who want to be like healthier, all kinds of things, like book club ones, movie ones, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, I think I mentioned like the whole idea of games and the whole stocking stuffer portion, but I also wanted to mention puzzles. I feel like that's also a cozy holiday gift. A lot of people take time off around the holidays and are just like, looking for cozy activities for that holiday break. And I feel like a puzzle is a great choice. Could also be a board game if you do have a bit more budget to spend. Honestly, board games are super expensive.
Yeah,
but
it's crazy.
I do feel like you can get some good ones for not too much. So yeah, wanted to mention those as well.
Yes. Also, a cozy gift could be a PJ set or a robe.
Yes.
I will usually get my grandma like a cashmere robe and then she wears them, or even just like a cashmere like cardigan sweater that could be like cozy with PJs, or you could wear it out. Like a lot of stores I feel like have these already like in gift boxes.
Yes.
And can be really nice.
Yeah, I second the sweaters. If you're ever like, what do I get like my aunt or like, just like somebody in your family where it's like, I want to give them a nice good gift, but I just don't know what. You can never go wrong with a sweater. Yes. So I love that so much. These are two kind of random weird things, but I've been seeing candle warmer lamps all over the place. And they actually are very cute. So I feel like we kind of talked about candles being a good gift, especially if they're luxury candles. But this whole idea of like using a candle or like giving a candle but with a candle warmer lamp. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it because they're quite cute. And I've even seen them at Winners lately and they look kind of like a flower to me, like the shade on them. But I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cute. And this one's niche, okay? But I also think Philips Hue light bulbs could be a good gift. And why I put it under the cozy category is because if you're on, I don't know if we still call it That Girl TikTok or not, but pretty much like all the That Girls, they turn their bedrooms like red at night, like, and it's all using Philips Hue light bulbs. There are more like budget friendly ones, but I hear Philips Hue is like the best and they're very expensive. That's why they're very expensive for
a light bulb. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But I feel like it'd be a good thing to give or
Yes.
get as a gift.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, okay, kind of cozy, kind of practical, kind of weird. Might not.
Techie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a very good gift because I feel like unless like maybe not for your grandparents or something, but like the men in your life, I feel like could use it. The women in your life, I feel like can use it. I don't have any because they're so expensive. I have like the cheapy Amazon version. And even that, I'm like, yeah,
it's a spot.
Hitting the spot.
Good stuff. Yeah.
I think the last thing I had, which is like, this is the sign that you're getting older, is when you love the gift of socks. But I love them. They hit the spot. I get gifted socks like quite frequently. And every time I'm like, ooh, yes. I usually will like put socks on my Christmas list. My mom got me like a pack from Free People last year. And even just like our bookstore here, Indigo, sells reading socks. So they're kind of like slippers and socks. I have a bunch of those and love them. Even slippers. And again, this can be like all over the budget range. Like my grandma, we gifted her like Ugg slippers once, or you could just get like cheaper ones, but they're very nice. And you can use them year round. Like I bring them all when I go to the cottage and camping and all that stuff.
We love that. Awesome. Next category is practical gifts. And again, this is to try to like think of how you can make someone's life easier and like again the whole idea of like gifts that keep giving. But I feel like these are also really good things where it's like, yeah, I don't want to just give clutter and things like that. So the first thing on the list, actually the first two things on the list, I did steal from gift guides that I saw online, but they're actually very good ideas. First is I'm calling it a cable organizer box. And this is for like hiding all of your wires essentially that's maybe on your desk or your bedside table. So anywhere where you just have like your phone charger, your computer charger, like all of those wires, you can put them in like very aesthetic boxes. So that seems to be a big thing on the gift guides this year. So I was like, what the hell? Why not put it on our gift guide? And then another one that I also really love is a wireless charging tray, which it would go in those same spots like on your desk, on your bedside table. So it's kind of like a ring dish, if you will. So like more aesthetic tray. You can just like put your jewelry on or whatever. However, part of it charges your phone. You could maybe even get ones big enough to like charge your iPad or something like that. So I just thought that was very practical. And again, maybe not something you'd buy yourself, but if you got it as a gift, you'd be like, wow, I didn't know how badly I needed this.
I think also like tech related, there are so many accessories for either like iPads or Kindles. And like I know for Kindles, I'm on Kindle TikTok, even though I don't have a Kindle. I have an iPad. So I'm like, I don't even know what you girls are talking about, but I love that for you. And I know like they put the like little rings on the back so they can hold them, or they get the floor stands.
The floor stands are huge.
So that's definitely something. Or if they have an iPad, you could get them like one of the pencils for the iPad or a case, or like I'm sure they have the floor stands for that as well. So definitely something to consider if someone on your list has either of those things.
Yeah. I think outside of techie, the other like major category within practical gifts is travel. So these are things that we've mentioned, I think, in so many episodes, if it's gifts or if it's just like our travel hacks. So first thing is packing cubes. I think those make a great gift. These are also like I wash my packing cubes so I use them like over and over and over again, but eventually they get a little like ratty, or I bust the zipper because I'm trying to shove too much into it. So this is like, even if they have packing cubes, chances are they'll want to switch them out and replace them eventually. So I think that makes a great gift. Also a travel wallet. I love my pill box for like my vitamins and stuff. Just makes it way easier, especially for travel purposes, rather than like carrying your vitamin C, your probiotics, like all the bottles. Just combine them into a weekly pill box. Same with a jewelry case. I feel like this was a Christmas gift I got maybe last year or 2 years ago, where I told my best friend how I just like throw my jewelry into a random bag when I travel, and she was shook, and she's like, no, for Christmas I'm getting you a jewelry case, for like a travel jewelry case. So I now have that, and it was a great gift.
I love that. Yeah, I have a travel jewelry case, but I got it from Misery, and I'm going to say do not recommend it. So,
Yeah.
wording to any of the girls if you're listening, it like just is not set up in a very practical way, and the zipper's broken once already. They did replace it, which is nice, but I was just like, for the price, should the zipper break, you know? So wanted to mention that because obviously Misery is like major in that space.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to like mention, but then mention with like a grain of salt, is the Hatch alarm clock. I saw this on so many gift guides, and it is very expensive, but it's just so trendy. So I think like if you're buying for someone who's like on TikTok and in that space, they would probably be very excited about this. It's an alarm clock, a sunrise alarm. But I have one, and I will say it's twice not worked in the like 3 weeks I've had it. So
like it just doesn't go off in the morning,
yeah.
you mean? Oh.
Where I'm like, that is your
Not
main
good.
job.
Yeah. That's literally your only job.
Yeah. Now, I will say, like, they send you prompts being like, how's it working? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's not working well. And then they immediately, like, someone at Hatch reached out to me, and they're like trying to fix it.
That's good.
So that's good. But I just wanted to bring it up because I literally saw it like on every single gift guide I looked at. So something to think about. I know the girls love it. There are lots of sunrise alarms. If they fix the problem with it, I would have like no notes and love it. But yeah, wanted to mention that.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I think the last thing under practical gifts I wanted to shout out is gift cards. And why I put it under practical gifts, I actually also have it under the last category we're going to go through, which is for the person who has everything. But I love gift cards because I feel like I'm kind of hard to shop for, since I love to shop for myself so much, where if I want something, I'll just get it.
Right.
So again, in the like thought process of like not just giving a gift to give a gift and like cause clutter, I feel it's just better to give a gift card for somewhere you know where they love to shop, or if, even if it's like a spa that they love to go to, or where they always get their nails done, their facials done, like give them a gift card. I feel that's way more practical than just giving a mug. I'm sorry if you have bought mugs for everybody and I'm just shitting on that. Like, I feel like it's just more practical.
Yeah. No, definitely. Great. I think the next category we're going to talk about is personalized gifts. And the first thing we had on the list was something with the person's initials. And I know that like Anthropology has a whole initial section on their website of like ornaments and things like
mugs.
that. Yeah, mugs. They love their initial mugs there.
They do.
And like even notebooks and things. But the first thing we had was like initial necklaces or keychains, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Tegan got me a S necklace. I think it's Kate Spade.
Yeah.
And I wear it pretty much every day.
Oh,
like that. I love it so much. It's very cute.
It's very nice. I want a T initial necklace because then it would be me and my husband.
Yeah, that's cute.
I'm like, he should buy it for me, and he hasn't got the memo yet because I haven't told him. So
come on,
throwing that out there in the universe, Tyrell. Read my mind.
I'll let him know. Something that I'm just so excited to share with you guys is Etsy custom pet things. Okay, this I'm obsessed with. This I got a custom like pet print or pet portrait that I could print and frame of my cat earlier this year, and I love it so much. It's actually also my phone background right now, since there was a digital version, of course. But I think this makes a great gift. Ever since I bought my cat portrait, my sister has gifted to all of her friends a portrait of their cats. And I'm like, I want to do this for my sister, for my best friend, because they're all obsessed with their cats. So I don't know. I feel like this is a good gift. But I've also seen you can get like sweatshirts with your pet's face on it. Like there's so many custom pet things, and I feel like it's nice to get things that are custom to you, like we're saying, like your initials on your necklace, but it just hits different when it's like, you know, I'm obsessed with my pet and you got me something with their little, I don't know, little face on it. I don't know. So I think that makes a great gift, and it's very personalized and thoughtful as well.
We got gifted like an oil portrait of our two cats. It's so cute. And so we hung it above their litter box, which is maybe weird, but I'm like, that's their zone. Like
that's exactly what I wanted to do for Cleo. I've seen the ones that are like where they're like kings and,
oh, yes.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
very majestic. I want to do one of those for my sister because
Yeah.
she would love it so much. But
Yeah, there's also like the astrological sign of customization thing. So a
Yeah.
lot of these things you could get if, I don't know, they don't like their initial or whatever for their sign. Like I'm wearing my Gemini star sign necklace right now, and things like journals, notebooks, things like that. My husband bought me my journal and it's got a T on it. So I know
Cute.
it's mine, but it
Yeah.
could be his too, I guess.
I think also in the whole like astrology side of things, the birth date candles, why did I say that's so weird? Birth date candles. I feel like this is a Instagram business. Like this is how it started, I feel, where it was like people were just seeing these ads all the time and then they were like, okay, I guess I just have to buy this. I've been gifted this for my birthday and then also for my cat's birthday, going back to pets for a second. And it's funny because you don't know what the smell is going to be because it's different for every day. My birthday, I'm not obsessed with the scent, but it's very cute because it's like has your birthday on it. It has a little write-up about your birthday on the back. So I feel like this also could be a really good personalized gift as well. And just, it's like a more personalized spin on just a regular candle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Something I have gifted many, many times is a custom photo book. And in this world of like photo printing things, there's so many things. Like you can do custom photo like calendars or like all this stuff. But for my weddings, I gifted like everyone involved a photo book with the pictures. And my thinking was, like, you get sent a link with all the photos, but then are you ever going to like search through your email to find the link? Like, it's a lot easier when you have the photo book.
Yeah.
And so I gifted that to like my parents and my grandparents and my bridesmaids and things like that. But you can also do it for like trips if you go on a trip together. I know some people do them like yearly and then they have like a bookshelf of their year. That's so it's cute. Just, it's nice. And I'm someone who's like, a lot of my job revolves around like making sure things are backed up properly and stuff. And we're just like in a very digital age where I feel like for a lot of people, if Instagram just like disappeared tomorrow, you would have like no copies of any of your memories, which is kind of a bummer. So I think it's nice to have like some physical pictures, especially for like big days like your wedding.
Yeah. 100%. Last thing in this category is also custom, but custom ornaments. And this is something my family leans into huge. And maybe it's tacky for some other families, but we have like, all of us have babies' first Christmas,
right?
You know? So I feel like if you had a friend who just had a baby, that could be good. But it could be like first year married or first year in your first Christmas in your new house. I also have, since I don't have children, my sisters made me a like first Christmas for my cat. We had one for all my pets growing up. Like, I don't know. I just think, again, this is a good Etsy thing. But yeah, you could even put the year on it. Like you can make it quite personalized to whoever you're gifting it to.
Yeah, I love that. I was gifted.
Did I say ornament?
Maybe.
I don't even know if I said the word ornament in that whole spiel, but custom ornaments. Yeah. Sorry.
That's funny. Yeah, I was gifted an ornament for like my husband's grandma. She's got a tree and the only ornaments she has are one, she would like pick out one when her kids were born and then pick out one when the grandkids were born. Cute. And then as someone got married, she would like buy an ornament and she like puts a lot of thought into them. So she bought it for me, but then she was like, but I want it on my tree like until I pass away. But so mine is a hot air balloon. She picked it for me. It's quite cute.
Very cute.
But yeah, I love that idea. Even if it's not necessarily like customized or whatever, but like if there's a lot of thought.
Has like meaning behind it.
Exactly. Yeah. I do also have lots of custom ornaments. I bought one when I got married that says, I got married in a pandemic, 2020. Meanwhile, everyone's like, don't you want to forget about that? And I'm like, no, put it on the tree. So there's definitely that side as well.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to wrap this episode up with gifts for the person who has everything. So we already mentioned gift cards. However, I feel like this is the prime category for gift sets. And again, things they can use up. So I'm thinking like skincare, makeup, hair care, body care, basically like a Sephora gift set. Like I feel like the person who has everything will really appreciate those and probably wouldn't buy that for themselves. And yeah, you can just find gift sets for literally anything this time of year. So this person will appreciate a gift set of something they can use.
Yeah, definitely. I think something my family loves gifting, loves receiving is any kind of like tickets to any kind of experience, whether it's like a concert, a musical, I don't know, sports game, a comedy show. Like there's so many things, especially like if you're near a big city. And again, it's not clutter. It's something nice, can be an experience. I know some people are like, I will not gift my kids toys, like I will gift them experiences and things like that because I don't want to like contribute to just like toys being thrown in a landfill next year or that sort of thing. So that can be a nice thought as well.
Yeah, I feel like this is a really good one for parents and grandparents because they love, well, first of all, they probably don't need anything and like they don't want to ask for anything. However, it's like the quality time that comes along with that experience is what like my parents and my grandparents look forward to. So definitely good for that. And then even like things like classes, like I feel there's candle making classes, pasta making classes, like there's so many different things like that. That's also good for your partner, could be a cute date night, or also even for your best friend. So yeah, so many experiences. And something maybe similar, maybe not, is subscriptions. And again, I think this is good for the person who has everything. And there's so many different types of subscriptions now. So there's like subscription boxes. There's ones for like different phases of life. Again, like a bachelorette box, a wedding planning box, baby box, like literally any life phase. But there's also like wine subscriptions, coffee subscriptions, flower subscriptions, like subscription for everything, or subscription box for everything. You could also do a magazine subscription or like book of the month subscription. How many times am I going to say that word? And lastly, digital subscription. So what I'm thinking of in that category is like Masterclass, Skillshare.
Yeah.
Could even be like, I'm going to pay for your Netflix or your Spotify for the year. Like that's very practical and I feel something they would appreciate. Could be New York Times, Toronto Life, like any type of publication. I feel like all of that would be a good gift for the person who has everything.
Yeah, definitely. The last thing I wanted to mention was only if they are a person who like attends a gym or attends like a yoga studio or something like that, you can gift credits to that gym, but only if they do that. Do not gift that if they do not attend that gym already, because that's insulting. But, or even just like other wellness places, like my realtor bought me a gift card for Othership, which is like a sauna place in Toronto because she knows that I love it. Yeah. So things like that where like it's nice if it's something they're already doing, they're already paying for. Exactly. To just be like, let me just cover the cost of that as my gift.
Yeah. So, love it.
Great. I think that that's everything. Hopefully you were inspired and got some ideas for gifts. And yeah, we put out a new episode every Tuesday. So if you like what you heard, make sure you're following and subscribe to us so you can see when those new episodes drop. We're also on Patreon, which is the best way to show your support for the podcast for as little as $2 a month. And the episodes drop early there and they're completely ad-free. So maybe you could gift someone a Patreon subscription to our Golden 20s.
Subtle hint.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for listening.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.